What's up, Trinbago vibe peeps? Welcome to another episode of Sunday Vibes Live. Yep, it's before I jump into anything, to all mothers out there, potential mothers, and those soon to be mothers, I should say as well, right? Happy Mother's Day. May you all continue to be blessed in this like journey called life. Like, okay, so in Bhagavad Gita, this is, apart from that's part of the Hindu culture kind of thing, it is said, never disrespect the honor of a woman, for they are the mothers of mankind. That wasn't in Bhagavad Gita, sorry, that was in Mahabharata, an epic tale, right? So, yeah. So, basically, you all are the mothers of mankind. Without you all, life, man, it cannot be possible, in that sense. So, I hope you all are appreciated for the work you do and everything you provide in this world, right? You all are awesome. And everybody else who's tuned in, welcome. This is the vibes. So good night, Kalina and Ari. Good night. So, how was your day? How was your weekend? I hope it was a good one. And well, once again, before we jump into anything much, this is going to be a short one. But still, thanks for taking the time, because I know today would have been a busy one. Most of you all will be spent celebrating the Mother's Day itself. So just let me, if I could jump across here, I truly appreciate that so much. So yeah, and Dread, like every time we think of Mother's Day, like I was going through YouTube and I was trying to think of, Ari just finished SEA. Well, enjoyed these few months before results. Whatever happened, whatever you did, I'm sure you were fantastic. So don't worry about it, Ari, and continue to enjoy these moments, right? Trust me, you'll look back on it sometimes, and if you start to worry about what is to come, don't worry about that right now. Enjoy the moment while you can. Enjoy your vacation. Good night, Namala. Woi woi. Yeah. So like I said, whoa, Barry, big up, big up. So they're just fun to come on live. Not all the time I will make it on our Sunday Vibes Live. I wasn't sure if I was actually going to make this one, to be honest with you all. Yeah, because I mean, as Mother's Day, I passed home and checked my mom and my aunts and everything, and well, they had a big lunch and everything. So by the way, yeah, big up my auntie Susan and Uncle Forrest, right? All the shrimp, that shrimp all they make and vegetables, real lash, right? I had to big them up because I know they're watching the live. So if they are watching, big up that food. The food all they make, and I'm sure Auntie Susan make the carrot cake. Ah, that was so delicious. I just threw that out there, right here, in live, in the public. So yes, and big up Sylvan, and welcome all to the Sunday Vibes Live, the Mother's Day episode. So as I was mentioning earlier, like I was going through YouTube in a sense, trying to see like locally, right? If anybody have any Mother's Day song, and I mean, apart from Sundar Popo, your mother's love, you should never forget the wrong thing you do, child, you bound to regret. No, I'm not a singer, so I just trail this out something there. And I mean, out of plate, no, but we'd probably get copyright strike. But anyway, yeah, like that is the most iconic local Trinbagonian Mother's Day tune that we have. And I was actually looking up to see if there's any more. I saw Ravi B and Nisha B and the whole Karma family just dropped a remix to Yabandando, which is from a movie called Karan Arjun. But yeah. And then I also saw Sparrow sang a Mother's Love song, but that was more. It wasn't. How to put that, boy? It was the commentary is calypso, so that was more on the aspects of how some of us are treated here in Trinidad and Tobago, neglected in a sense. I mean, it's something to be raised because I'm sure that's still going on. But yeah. But apart from those few things, I didn't really see like any unique or any iconic Mother's Day tunes, and I just find that was, sad in a sense. I mean, we could not touch the Sundar Popo, but still, any musicians watching out there, you all need to, put out or make a Mother's Day tune. It ought to be for this year, it could be next year. There's something I train out there, something new and up to date in a sense. So yeah. Big up Ari. Ari's a boss. 100 out of 100. Nice, nice, nice. So, yeah, so that is one of the. I mean, I'm giving you all that early gripe. I mean, Sundar Popo song is our best song, eh? So I hope you all blast that out today and check it out afterwards. So, yeah. And Dread, this weekend, some places I saw it probably rained a little bit, right? But it wasn't much. We have been seeing, this is always Mother's Day and everything, but today itself, I've saw 2 accidents going down the road, and it was like one of them, the car toppled over right just before the lighthouse there. And then also earlier yesterday, I think I saw a next accident somewhere on the highway, a next car accident. I find people just be careful on the road when you are driving. Sometimes, like on a Sundays, the road might be a little more clearer, but yeah. So still be careful on the road. Big up cricks. Yeah, yeah. So an Indian King, big up, big up. Yes, Indian King, make a great statement before I continue. Treasure your parents as much as you can because you do not know how long you have with them. And you won't want to regret. I mean, at the end of the day, we seen this here, and that is those of you who have like a real good relationship with your parents, because I know in some cases it may not be so, and that's okay too, because sometimes you have to do what's best for you, right? But for the most part, once you all have a real good relationship or even an okay relationship, I think you should treasure them, treasure their wisdom, treasure their mistakes most importantly, or try to learn from it, right? Yeah, because that is life, how life is, you know. We are all stories in the end, so make yours a good one is something I always try to live by, and something I always like preach to people and whatnot. And yeah, Cricks, I am good for the while. And trust me, Ari, our little royal castle today and all. Like if you're cooking every other day and today you just don't want to do it and you just go out and buy a royal castle with honey mustard, nothing wrong with that. And condolences, Indian King, right? I'm sure they live on within you, and so long as you can remember them, remember their stories, right? They will live on through you, all right? And that's one of the main things. So don't regret nothing. They are watching down. Just feel grateful for whatever life throws your way. Whoa. Mike is asking if I ever thought of doing that. I was hoping to Tobago. First time subscriber. Whoa, big up Mike Sean 96. Welcome to the vibes. Actually, yes, I do plan to do doubles hopping into Tobago. I never did it before because it only had like 1 or 2 spots, and they were okay. It wasn't all that. The last few times I think I tried one, it was good. There was a white van in front of Penny Savers on in Bonaccord itself. But yeah, I do plan to do doubles hopping in Tobago whenever next go to Tobago, or depends, right? Like, cause sometimes those things have to be planned out, because the trips to Tobago is be short. So when I plan a trip to Tobago, it depends. As go for specific things in particular. Sometimes if I have some free time, I might be able to do that, but we'll see how it goes. But yes, I definitely want to do doubles hopping in Tobago. All right. Orion, good night, good night. All is well for the while. It's just dread. I mean, this heat wave we have been experiencing recently, my gosh, it's like a next level thing. They're making you use the AC even more, and I guess giving off more greenhouse gases. But I won't lie, dread, like, the heat out there, like, for people who want to work outside during this past week and thing, past few weeks, I should say, all they're real good. I hope all they're like covering up on thing, because for Caribbean people, I mean, we are accustomed to sun and thing, but not this level sun, dread. And Cricks forever, the same thing, right? I know you lost your mom a few weeks ago, and this one might be even harder. This today would have been even harder for you, but stay strong, I'm sure. Just cherish the memories you have with them. And like I said to Indian King, through you all, they live on. That's how is cool. So yeah. So once again, for those of you who know joining, and I'm saying happy Mother's Day, all right, and blessings to you all. Continue to do the fantastic job you all are doing. So before we also jump into the rest of the video, because since we have first time subscriber Mike here, Mike, on Sunday Vibes Live, is we just sit down, we chat. We normally go through how the weekend goes. We normally review the video that we drop on our Saturdays. I drop a video once a week every Saturday around 6-ish. The only time we'll go beyond 6-ish is if I'm editing and I can't finish it in time or there's some technical difficulties. But since we started the channel, which at the end of this month going to be the 4-year anniversary celebration, and of course we just hit 20k plus subscribers 2 weeks ago, last week, yeah. Last week, I was thinking that, so before I jump into that, welcome first, and so here on Sunday Vibes Live, we have a little chat. I answer whatever questions I can answer. I give you some updates on upcoming stuff that the channel is going to do, probably some events that is happening, sometimes, and then later on in the Sunday Vibes Live chat, we'll just jump into anything goes session where we can just talk about anything and everything, not just Trinbago content, but for the most part in the Sunday Vibes Live is Trinbago content. Good night, Indra. Yeah. Praying does help a lot, peeps. People is like, okay, I understand. For those of you who are watching, if you are atheists or don't believe in a higher power and thing, I get that, right? But you must never make fun of people who believe in these things, because for me, right, personally, I think faith is a powerful conductor to bring about peace and serenity and thing and focus. Yeah, and sometimes it's how things is happening in this world. You can't. The only way it could be explained in a sense or take comfort in it, probably because we lack knowledge too, but the only way it makes sense is if some higher power is involved, if God like putting a hand in a sense. So yeah. Alright. Oh Dave, good night. Welcome to the Vibes. And don't ever eat roti with ketchup. Yes, or mustard. No. Did we talking about wrap roti here? No. Even the closest thing you could eat roti with and ketchup is probably with sada roti with some cheese, right? And toasted. That is it. Anything else? No. Like any dal free, any butter shot? No ketchup, no mustard, nothing. Right. So now, since this is the 4th year anniversary, and plus we just celebrating crossing 20k subscribers, right? I was thinking 2 things. I will be doing a giveaway on Indian Arrival Day / Corpus Christi, because both those holidays falling on the same day, May 30th. So that will be, what day that is, boy? Anyway, I'll be most likely going live, and we'll be doing a giveaway then. There might be a few giveaways, and it'll be live on the channel itself. So we'll figure that one out. Also to celebrate the 20 subscribers, I'm planning to do a next a subscriber vlog. So last time we big up the Carter family, with Nathan. We went double topping with Nathan, right, and his family. So I'll be posting sometime this week, most likely Wednesday, our community tab. And so if you want to just do a collab, do a vlog, right, even if you have never think about doing this before or anything, right, just message, like comment in that community tab that I'm going to post this Wednesday, midweek, this week here. Today is the what? Today is the 12th, so on the 15th. The 15th I'll be posting a community tab, right? Let's leave a comment in the community tab and we'll just choose somebody at random to do a vlog with. And once you are chosen, we'll figure out the details afterwards, right? So that is the plan. So it'll be nice, especially if randomly pick somebody who always want to do it but never do it. So it'll be an interesting one to do. So yeah. Oh, Sharon, welcome to the vibes. So those are the 2 things to look out for. Oh yeah, and I'll drop that community tab post this Wednesday the 15th around noon, right? So look out for that. So that's what I'm planning and thinking of doing at this point in time. And yes, one of the giveaways at the end of the month will be one of the Trinbago Vibes t-shirts, right? So also look out at that. I give you a heads up, because that's also planning to release that a limited drop at the end of the month, God willing. I say God willing because I'm hoping I have no technical difficulties with that one. You just doesn't know how things is going, you know. Oh, JT, good night, good night. And yeah, welcome to the vibes. Right, so look out for the giveaway on our live on Corpus Christi / Indian Rifle Day, May 30th. Right, and the post this week for the subscribers vlog. Now, once that person is chosen and we decide what we're doing, we'll figure out a date and time to go out and do the vlog, and then I will hopefully drop that next month sometime. So yeah, so that is my plan. Right, so now we have gotten those few things, items out of the way. I said this was going to be a short one, but now seeing it might be the normal length that we normally be, like an hour. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, seeing in chat a good bit of you all no longer have your mom with you, and you know, I empathize with you all, but I'm sure they are looking down with you smiling. Just know that. And for those of you who still have your mom in your life, you know, appreciate them, cherish them, and you know, spend as much time with them as you can. You know, I mean, you don't have to spend every moment, but whenever you can, you know, shout out to them, send them a message, give them a call, that kind of thing. Right, now we're jumping into the part where we talk about yesterday's video drop, which is, you know, the Japanese culture at the library. Now, I knew they had that event going on. So before we jump into that, somebody was asking in the comments, how do I know that these kind of events are going on? And basically, as we searching for it, as we looking up stuff online on the social medias and stuff, so sometimes when, you know, when nature calls in a sense and you go into your sanctuary, so to speak, yeah, I'll scroll through Facebook, sometimes Instagram, and I will look up events, what is happening in Trinidad and Tobago, what new events coming up. And I think because I am doing that constantly, the algorithms for these apps, Facebook and Instagram, right, is bring up stuff. So now sometimes I don't even have to go and look. Once something is coming up and is advertised on Facebook or Instagram, they notify me. And this is how I know of these kind of events. Now, the library knowledge, right, they have a mandate to, you know, bring cultural awareness of different aspects of the world to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, so open to the public in a sense. And they have, like, if you go on the library's Nalis website, right, they actually have, and you go through what's happening. I think next week we'll do that. We'll go and check out that. You know, check out the Nalis website. So I'll do that next weekend or next live. But they have so much events happening, right? And things that we may take for granted or things that we might bypass. Sometimes we might see events on the news. So yeah. And sometimes we may see events on the news, but for the most part, I will see any upcoming events like that they have in hosting here in Trinidad and Tobago via social media. I wouldn't be able to attend all, but at least I'm able to pick and choose which ones I could go to, which ones to check out, and it'll always be interesting to try new ones because I already have an idea of how the ones I went to before goes. But still, it's been nice. So like I said, I have Mango Mile is coming up. You have the Alliance Entertainment Expo is coming up as well, and a few other things. Now, going forward, I will try to post, like, if I come across these events and I think it's worthwhile to go to and whatnot, or at least you all could check it out, I will post it on my community tab. Sometimes I start doing that, but I think I'll try and do that on a regular basis. Post it on my community tab, and I was thinking about this today. Like, after I saw the comments, right, from that video itself, like, how do I know about these events? Because a good bit of replies I get is like, bro, I didn't even know this was a thing, bro. How do you know when these events are happening? And so in going forward, so long as I see something that is up and coming, I will post it on my community tab. And also, if you all follow me on Twitter, Trinbago Vibes, at Trinbago Vibes on Twitter. Yeah, LX as some people call it. I don't really care to call it X. I just call it Twitter. Right, I will start to post it there more frequently. So that is my game plan going forward, I should say, because I was thinking about after I saw that comment. Are you saying I should come to Tobago and try Missourian Cafe Bistro in Bethel? Okay, I'm making a note of that. Are you one time? Missourian Cafe, Bethel, Tobago. Right. So I'll make a note of that. So next time I'm in Tobago, God willing, I will come and check that out. Thanks for that one. Right. And that's how we do it sometimes here, you know, once you all make a suggestion. I would not know when I'll be able to do it, but I'll just record everything so I could see how well and how best I could tie in stuff. So yeah, so as I was saying, if you start to follow me on Twitter or just be a member here and go through the community tabs, I try to post regular on the community tabs here on YouTube, right? I will post when the events is or up and coming events. Like most times before, I would have posted when I'm going to vlog an experience, so I'll post that. But I think now I will post events that I would have attended before and also up and coming events, whatever come across to me that looks interesting for you all. So look out for that. You can check out me on Twitter as well. Like, because I know sometimes the community tabs may just be randomly and sporadic, but yeah. So that is what I'm thinking going forward. Now, back to yesterday's video drop. Now, you have to forgive, and I'll talk about it here, right? I didn't mention it in the video because normally when you don't talk about it in the video, people don't realize as much or it don't be as good. Now, the camera I use GoPro, right? This is not good in low light, right? Even when I use our iPhone 13, that's my secondary camera that I use, that is do somewhat of a better job. But I realize I don't really like to film in the nights because the quality doesn't be all that. It's be nice to capture stuff, but yeah, sometimes the quality doesn't be all that, and when you're editing, sometimes it's be like, yes, want to throw in this part, but you know the quality ain't good, and sometimes you just have to roll with it. So if yesterday's video is not as good as my other one, I just apologize in advance, but that is just how it goes sometimes. You know, I'm using what I have and whatnot, and I already know that, you know, the audio and all was messed up in a few spots, and it's like I tried my best to fix it as best as possible. So yeah. And big up DM Florida. So yeah. Now, like in that video, right, it was interesting because I was only able to attend the last night, which was the Japanese night. The first night was the Wednesday. They had an opening ceremony at Nallis National Library. Like I mentioned before, the library has a lot of events going on. So check out their website. Their website would have up and coming events and everything, right? They have a lot of stuff going on there, and we other people need to take advantage of our libraries. It's a vital source of information. Don't mind we have our phones now and everything, but for Ari, if you are when you are studying later on in life, right, I would just make use of the serenity of your library. It is like create that studious atmosphere in a sense. So yeah, when I was the Wednesday night, and this would have happened last month in April, right? So the Wednesday night would have been the Indian night in a sense. So they had Indian culture on display. But I think for the most part in Trinidad and Tobago, because we have like a large Indo population, it's things we are accustomed to and familiar with. The Thursday night would have been the Korean side of things, and I mean with BTS and whatnot, and all these Korean dramas now on Netflix. Us other Trinbagonian sets of people would be more familiar with that as well. So, but to me that would have been the more interesting one. And then of course I think the Japanese culture is most popular, especially with anime and food and thing. Is like, yeah, oh Jiraiya, yeah. Jiraiya is asking I should get a low light camera, but yeah, I just, you know, using what I have. I can't afford those kind of big cameras at the moment. I would love to, but all right, they have other things I put my expenses at. So yeah. Mike is now saying, yeah, he only had, hey, you're most welcome, because, Dread, we have real good double spots all over Trinidad and Tobago, right? That's why when people ask me, like, one of the more popular questions I get from people who meet me for the time is like, so where's the best double spot we have in Trinidad and Tobago, right? And honestly, I can't tell you that because each area have a good doubles person, you know? I've yet to come across like a certain area in Trinidad and Tobago where they didn't have a good doubles person, or at least a decent one. So yeah, so I'm glad I was able to encourage you to try doubles outside the southern area. So yeah. Ah, dry. Yeah, Squid Games. If I could get through that, I mean, I made it, but because who knows? Yeah. Anyway, back to the yesterday's video. So apart from the little technical stuff, right, and whatnot, they had so much workshops going on. So when the library in conjunction, this was in conjunction with the various embassies. So the Indian High Commissioner for the Wednesday night, the Korean Embassy for the Thursday night, and of course the Japanese Embassy for the Friday night. And I got to meet the ambassador, Japanese ambassador to Trinidad and Tobago, you know, Yami Bara. You got her, yes. So that was fun. I should have taken a photo with him, but I was recording a video and it's like he was so busy because it had so much people there because it was open to the public. But in any event, right, on that day, that night, we kind of moved a little late because by the time you reach home from work and you know, de-stress a little bit and then start to organize, we ended up reaching there around 7 and this started since 5 o'clock in the evening. So we reached around 7, so it was very late. It had a lot of people and the lines were long. So it had different workshops throughout the different parts of the library, right, on the day we went recorded. And because the lines were long, that's why I just went and record people doing stuff rather than me doing anything, because if I go to join a line, I want to be able to capture almost everything I could have captured. So it's like, okay, sacrifice joining stuff for the workshop just to capture stuff, right? So I could capture almost everything rather than, you know, join a line and almost capture nothing in a sense, or capture one thing. Yeah. So that's how it went. And well, the manga drawing class, it just so happened we got lucky to be in the last one for the night. And so big up those instructors, because I'm sure they would have been doing, like, classes was every 20 30 minutes. So they'd have like probably 5 to 6, you know, classes are the same thing over and over. So yeah. And yeah, and that's essentially how that library was done. And like I said in the video, right, for the tea ceremony, which was awesome, by the way, because the wife actually has the whole tea set, a Japanese tea set now. So it was interesting. We was really paying attention on how they just do this, right? So it was fun to capture this, and also not only capture it, read up on it, do some research on it, because although I would have went out and captured videos and things, I would still go and do research and try and, you know, provide as much information as I possibly can in these videos. You know how we do it here already. So it's always fun to learn a different culture here in Trinidad and Tobago, you know, in the comfort of our home. I mean, it's always be good to, you know, travel abroad and learn across there, in the heart of the home itself. But, you know, given the situations, you should look out for these kind of events so you could expand your horizons and expand your knowledge as well. So yeah, that was that. And Jiraiya saying the best doubles is in Europe. Europe does have some real good doubles. Actually supposed to go and do a doubles hopping down that side sometime later this year. That is on the schedule. But yeah, and so back to the drawing. Yes, it was interesting to do the manga drawing. Although it was just a face and an eye, it was just an interesting concept on how they draw the eyes and everything. And like I said in the video, there's only so much you could do in a short space of time, and that is what the instructors went with. And like, I have to applaud them for their patience, because what take up time as well is they was answering a lot of questions as well. I'm drinking real water because the place, like I said before, is extremely hot. Right? So, like, here on the channel, like, I try to cover everything Trinidad and Tobago, right? And at the end of the day, it's not about doing the best thing possible, or, you know, doing the same thing over and over, right? I like to cover different types of stuff, different types of events, and sometimes not everything is for everybody. So yeah, but it still be fun to just cover things that I enjoy and also other things that may not be as popular, you know. And like sometimes like choosing to do these kind of videos, the in terms of view, I'm going to YouTube a little bit here in terms of the analytics, because that's the next thing I like to do, to be with you all, a little transparent and whatnot. You would know that sometimes in terms of views compared to like the food videos, these videos don't do as, I won't say as well, but in a sense, yeah. In terms of, if you let's compare numbers, right, the views, and at the end of the day, that used to, I won't lie, I used to be bothered about that, but not anymore to a degree. I still am, in a sense, but it don't bother me as much as before, because I kind of expect it. But at the same time, it's like the mere fact that I got so much of you still watching, these kind of stuff that I put out. I just be grateful for it, and it be amazing. And that is the concept how I move with now, right? Because sometimes it's be a good bit of work, but at the end of the day, right, just to have a few people watching your stuff is an amazing juncture in itself. But like compared to the food videos, I know in terms of views it doesn't do as well, but that's not going to stop me from still doing these kind of videos, like different from the norm in a sense, because I find I don't get as much coverage. So Dean, good night. Welcome to Sunday Vibes Live. And yes, boy, I tell you, 28 degrees in the night. Whoa, Shirley, happy Mother's Day. Yeah. Like I wasn't sure I was coming on, to be honest with you all, because I was home for a little bit. But we here. I thought I'd come on for a little bit, chat a little bit, and then press, in a sense, because tomorrow is a working day. Big up Shirley, my one Patreon member. I appreciate you, Shirley, so much. Right, the video next week actually is thanks to you as well. You will be partially sponsoring that video. By the way, right, I'll leave a link in this video at the end of it. Right, I dropped a new Patreon video today, just before this live. This is one of my older videos, because it wasn't anything I published. I had plans to publish this video back in 2022, but I didn't get a chance to post it, right? So I was on a keto diet. Yeah, then I was trying the keto diet then, and we went out to Sakura Arts to try one of their sushi, their keto sushi, which the chef personally made for us today. So it's up on Patreon right now, Trinbago Vibes at Patreon, and I have it open to the public. So feel free to check that one out. I'll leave the link to it after this video. After this live is done, I'll leave it in the comments, so you can check that out. Or if you go on Patreon and type in Trinbago Vibes, you can check out that one as well. So I think for this month of May, normally on Patreon we try to drop behind the scenes stuff, more behind the scenes stuff and everything, and also like old videos and videos of me, like similar to, if you watched last week's video, at the end I had a bonus video where we checked out Star Wars Land in Disneyland, California. Those extra stuff now, that like my personal stuff, I'll post that up there, plus behind the scenes, and I plan to do a lot more stuff there as well. Yeah, surely I agree. If you are able to join the Patreon, you all should, because I hope I'm trying to post a much more like behind the scene content there and everything, and more extra stuff, right? So, but for this month, it'll be a few videos I'll be dropping there, and it'll be open to the public to view. Come sometime in June, it'll go back to being private. So I highly suggest you all check that out. Like, if you could, right? Just go across the Patreon at Trinbago Vibes. I'll leave a link to it in the comments below, so you all could check that out. And yeah, so big up Shirley, So next week's video is we going to eat pies. Yeah, fish pie, chicken pie, aloo pie, that kind of pies. So next week is going to be a pie video. So we back to food next week, and then the following week it's going to be a local rock scene. Yeah, Rudra, big up, welcome to the vibes. So look out for that. Also, since like the next video one after that, and I'm giving you all spoilers once ahead. I plan. I'm not sure if, to be honest with you all, if I'm able to pull this off. I'm hoping to, because I plan to do either Mount St. Benedict or at Mount Tabor. You know, I hike through Mount Tabor, the loop. I'm hoping to do that video sometime this month so I could drop it on the first Saturday in June. That is my plan. I'm not sure if I'm able to pull that off yet. I'll have to see how the month goes, because I also have a budget plan set, like a 1 week budget diet kind of thing. Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. By the way, also, since we are talking about up and coming content, I want to do another. Last year I did the roti hopping with some fellow content creators, you know, with Bushman, with Lyndon, with Jacob Anish. This year I want to do the same thing, so sometime later this month or early June, I'll be posting out comments. Like, I'll be reaching out to other content creators here in Trinidad and Tobago to do some roti hopping and, you know, a little interview in a sense. I won't lie, boy. This is the first time in a long time I drink a good. I'll be just going to this water bottle for this live. That's to show you how hot the place is. Don't mind, you know, we have things on and everything. I try to not have on as much AC, you know, stick to like normal fans and things, just to reduce the electricity costs and everything, and also to do a small part in the greenhouse gases, although it's probably ain't doing anything. But I know I try. Right, peeps. I think I'm more or less covered. Yes, I'm more or less covered about everything I wanted to chat with you all about. It is Mother's Day. I hope all mothers out there are having a blast, or had a blast, or had a good one. I know not all the time it will be so good, but I still hope you had a great day. And no Yum Rush. What is that? That sounds familiar, Shirley. I'm looking it up now. Yum Rush. Is that a new food place here in Trinidad? Oh yes, I seen somebody did something. So I do not know what Yum Rush is, but I'm seeing people saying, I just okay. Wait, Yum Rush is local content creators, so I'll check them out. So yeah, I'll check them out. Surely, no worries. Two guys that was hopping. I wonder where they get that idea from. But yeah, I'll reach out to them and see what was the scene, because they have like so many creators at the moment. So yeah, so hopefully I'll be able to do a few others as well, because that's a thing I enjoy doing, just going forward, just to hear different perspective on things, just to get different views on things. So yeah. How are you doing? Thanks for that one. And yes, Dryer, too much AC is not good. I will check out their content, Shirley and Hardun. So yeah, I'll look out for them, especially if it's two youths, you know. And it can't go wrong to doubles up, to be honest with you all. And speaking of doubles upping, right? I see over the weekend, right? I know this, but at the same time, you still be reminded of it. You know, we have a national dish, Trinidad and Tobago. You know the national dish of Trinidad and Tobago. Most people would think it's probably double sun roti, because that's how much we real talk about double sun roti. But it's not. right? The second best, yes, and I will agree with you all, would be Palau. Palau, I think is probably a Caribbean thing, but still, like, we don't stress how good Palau is in the Caribbean, especially here in Trinidad and Tobago. And you don't really see, I guess it probably, you don't really see much spot selling it because that's something you always cook before you go to the beach. But no, Hardoon KFC is not the national dish of Trinidad and Tobago. Although that could, like I say, that could compete with doubles and everything too, you know, because like I mentioned before, we only jump up and bump up and want to riot when KFC change prices. But the national dish in Trinidad and Tobago is crab and callaloo, and is interesting. I was having this conversation with my wife, and this will be for other time because just now we have to press. But is sometimes I feel we be losing what makes us Trinbagonian, right? In a sense, and we becoming too westernized and too modernized, right? And we losing aspects of our culture, and we need to revamp that and whatnot. I just my thoughts, and I just something I just want to like leave you all with because it's about that time for me to press. And yes, pilau does hit different. I want like a good pilau any day. I will take that and be happy or full, yeah, and it has everything. Crab and dumpling is a Tobago classic dryer, but crab and callaloo is a Trinbagonian thing, right? It's callaloo and cuckoo. Yeah, and our next big thing that we have. Anyway, folks, I think that's about it. I'm about to wrap up here. Thank you all for joining me. Craig Server is now saying having Royal Castle as we speak. Big up yourself, horse. Big up. Right. Thanks again for joining me in this, Sunday Vibes Live. Happy Mother's Day again to everyone out there, to all the moms out there. Keep doing the fantastic jobs. Keep doing your best, regardless of the situations you may find yourself in. So yeah. Christopher does make a good point there. He say, "What is culture but an ever-changing dynamics of the society as it exists currently?" Yes, to a degree, and also no to a degree. So I think you're probably right. It's not so much culture, but more tradition. And well, that's something to ponder on. And Hardoon, I agree with you. We should not just have one national dish because we have so much thing to pull from. And also, that what makes us one of the more unique Caribbean islands that we have out of the rest. Now, no hate or anything on any of our fellow Caribbean brothers and sisters, but Trinidad food culture just different from everybody. Don't mind outside the Caribbean, everybody just know Jamaica. Everything in this Jamaican, right? Plain talk, bad manners in a sense. Yeah. But we really have a wide variety of food selections, and we are blessed, I should say, that we are able to try different cuisines and mix and match and experiment to a degree. Anyway, folks, you all, as Sylvan said, have a peaceful night, have a great night, have a blessed night, have a great week. Be safe on the roads, be observant. Look out for the Patreon link in the description, and as well, right now it's in the description of this video, of this live, but I'll also post it as soon as the comments. Well, hear me. I'll post it in the comments as soon as we end the live. So look out for that. It's just a 5 minutes video. Just take it and enjoy it. And I'll see you all in the next one. Next week, we're doing pies. So look out for that. Pie spots in Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad, yeah. I hope to reach Tobago sometime this year. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, you all have a great night. Thanks for joining me. And I'll see you all in the next one. I'll go on later, folks. And yes, you have a fantastic week, Shirley, and everyone else here on the channel.